The morning light poured through the glass walls of the busy airport, glinting off shiny floors where hurried footsteps echoed like waves. People rushed in every direction, families, travelers, business flyers, until suddenly everything froze. A hush spread like a ripple. In the middle of the hall stood a little girl, no older than 5, surrounded by 14 police dogs sitting in a perfect circle around her. Their eyes were alert, ears upright, but their bodies calm and still. Behind them stood a police officer, frozen mid-step, his radio half raised. No one moved, no one spoke. It was as if time itself had stopped. The little girl, dressed in a pink jacket and tiny white shoes, clutched a small teddy bear close to her chest. Her hair glowed in the sunlight, her eyes wide with confusion, but not fear. The sight was strange, almost sacred. 14 powerful dogs trained for danger were now quietly guarding a fragile child, and what happened next left the entire airport speechless. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and miracles in unexpected places, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's spread stories that remind the world there's still goodness left. Just minutes earlier, the K9 unit had been conducting a security sweep when suddenly, one by one, every dog stopped. Without command, they turned and walked toward the small girl near gate 12. They didn't bark, they didn't growl, they just surrounded her. Calm, focused, protective. Officer Grant, the team leader, had never seen anything like it. "Hold positions," he ordered softly, but his heart pounded. As he approached, he saw the girl trembling slightly, gripping her teddy. Gently he knelt and asked, "Sweetheart, where are your parents?" The little girl didn't answer. For a moment she just looked down, then whispered, barely audible, "Mommy told me to wait," but she never came back. Grant's chest tightened. Her name, he learned, was Lily. She'd been sitting near the cafe for hours, alone. The dogs had sensed her distress before any human had even noticed. He offered her juice and a blanket, leading her gently to a nearby bench. The dogs followed, still forming that protective line, as if they had sworn to guard her until the truth was found. When officers checked the security footage, what they discovered sent chills down their spines. Lily had entered the terminal with her mother, but on the cameras, her mother went into the restroom and never came out. Minutes later, a woman in nearly identical clothes and glasses emerged, alone, and disappeared into the crowd. It was a human trafficking setup, disguised to look ordinary. The dogs, however, had sensed something deeper. They didn't just detect scents. They felt fear, panic, emotional energy. Their instincts told them that this child was in danger, and they acted faster than any human could. Grant stood there silently, watching Lily hug her teddy. Around her, the dogs sat like silent guardians, their calm presence shielding her from the chaos beyond. One of them, Max, gently rested his head on her lap. Lily smiled faintly for the first time, and in that small smile the entire airport felt something: relief, warmth, and faith all at once. The police launched a full operation. Within hours, the woman seen leaving the restroom was tracked down at a nearby parking lot. She was part of a trafficking ring that had used airports to target unaccompanied children. Because of the dog's intervention, Lily's life was saved before she could even vanish. That night, when everything was over, Officer Grant sat beside Lily in the K9 area. She reached out and touched Max's fur softly. "They knew I was scared," she said quietly. "They came to help me." Grant nodded, swallowing hard. "Yes, sweetheart, they did." A fellow officer captured that moment on his phone. A little girl in pink hugging a massive German shepherd under the golden airport lights, surrounded by 13 others sitting calmly behind her. The photo went viral overnight. The world called it the moment humanity met loyalty. Within 24 hours, Lily's real mother, who had been desperately searching after being separated in a crowd, saw the image on the news. She screamed, dropped everything, and raced to the airport. When she saw Lily across the terminal, she ran, tears streaming down her face. "Lily!" she cried. The little girl dropped her teddy and sprinted into her mother's arms. The reunion was pure. pure, raw, and powerful. People around them clapped. Even the officers' eyes glistened. The dogs wagged their tails, as if they understood they had just completed a sacred mission. Days later, the police department held a small ceremony to honor the 14 dogs for their bravery. Each received a medal, but their true reward was something far greater: the life of a child they had saved without words, without hesitation, guided only by instinct and love. Officer Grant spoke at the ceremony, voice heavy with emotion. "These dogs didn't just protect a girl," he said. "They reminded us what it means to listen, not with our ears, but with our hearts." From that day on, Lily and her mother often visited the K9 unit, bringing treats and toys. Each time she entered, the dogs stood up instantly, tails wagging in unison. Max would always walk straight to her, as if remembering the day he found her in fear. Grant kept their photo framed on his desk, the little girl surrounded by heroes on 4 legs. He said it reminded him why he wore the badge, not just to enforce laws, but to protect what's pure and innocent in this world. Years later, Lily grew up to tell her story in schools and on TV. She always ended it the same way. "When I was little, 14 heroes with tails came to save me. The world called it a miracle. But for those who were there, it was more than that. It was proof that compassion has no language, no uniform, no species. Sometimes it simply walks toward the light when everyone else looks away." If this story touched your heart, if you still believe in goodness, loyalty, and unseen miracles, please like this video, share it, and subscribe. And before you go, comment below, what does this story make you feel about kindness and faith in the world today? Because your one comment might be the hope someone needs right now. Sometimes the greatest protectors don't wear badges or capes. They simply have the courage to follow their hearts.